Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to everyone. Okay, see you again here. So today I would like to discuss or share with you how to write your journal article, which is a part of your group assignment, and it is actually a guided assignment so that you have a better clear picture what to do with this assignment. Alright, so in your write-up, you should have all these elements which start from abstract. What is abstract is actually the whole, you summarize the whole process of your research in the abstract, but the abstract will be the last one that you're going to write, even though it is the first elements in your research, but that will be the last in writing up. Alright, then next you're going to have introduction. After introduction, you have a problem statement. Problem statement is actually the first one that you need to draft it, because that is a heart of the research. Then followed by research objectives, research question, and then number 4 and number 5, they are interrelated. And then you have literature review. You also need to have conceptual framework. Number 8, you have a research methodology. And then number 9, there is where you analyze your data and also what your findings are. And number 10, that will be discussion and recommendation. Last but not least, that will be references that you have to use APA style. So all these elements must have in your assignment or in your research write-up. Alright, so I will go to number 3 first, because number 3 is very crucial. Yeah, which is problem statement. Yeah, how do you write problem statement? Yeah, so that will be the issues or that attract your attention in order for you to conduct your research as a group research. So this will be first how to write it. I will give example. These are elements in writing up problem statement, which you need to have facts. Okay, what are the facts? For example, I give you okay, alright, now English communication. Yeah, children or students have been exposed to English environment since kindergarten. Alright, children or student are exposed to English environment. So when you have this fact, which since kindergarten you have been learning English, so there will be expectation here. So when they go to tertiary education, when they study at university level, they should be able to master 4 skills. 4 language skills, which are speaking, listening, reading, and reading. Yeah. Okay, so that will be listening, speaking, writing, and reading. Alright, so that will be I would say positive sides. Positive. So nevertheless, in reality, which is contrast with these two, so there are some students or graduates, or those are still unable, for example, unable to master speaking skills, for example. Alright, so some student here not all. Some students unable to master speaking skills. So if this problem persists or continues, what are the consequences? Yeah, the consequences, they may have problems during interview or during job interview. So, and therefore they unable to get a better job. So, and there will be a problem that you may want to study why there are some graduates that are unable to secure a job nowadays. So there will be problems in hiring people and so on. So perhaps there will be one of the problem that you may want to see. Yeah. All right. So I move on to the second example. The second example, for instance, we have a problem with youngsters who, you know, the word that we use, bosia or bohjan, so that parents work hard. Yeah, why parents work hard? Because they want to give a better life to the family. But in reality, we can see that since parents are so busy in earning some income or revenue or money for the family, so in reality, children lack of attention and love. And what they do when they lack of love, they turn to their friend, which, you know, if this thing happen, when you mix around with people outside there, they will involve in unhealthy activities. Alright, so there will be, we understand the situation, yeah, which again these two are positive and this is actually negative of contrast with facts and expectation. Right, so when you write your research, your problem statement, you must be able to highlight these issues or these elements so that, you know, people will understand better what is actually your problem statement is. Alright, so after you have written this, for example, and then we move on to research questions. Yeah, so in this case, perhaps you would like to find, for example, what factors contribute to social ills among teenagers, for example. And number two, perhaps you can ask them what are teenagers perceptions towards education, for example. And number three, you have to think something about that. So, for example, this problem statements and research question are related. Yeah, what factors contribute to social ills among teenagers? What are teenagers' perception towards education, for instance? You want to find out you, and they are actually your respondents for your research. All right. So that will be an example that you need to have to find out for this. Okay. Back to research question. Your research question and objective, again, they are related, and when it's better to do this one first, yeah, and they will be in question mark, and this will be in a statement form. Yeah, the word can be for example, if you want to find the objectives here, it can be to identify to what extent to find relationship, all these words that you may want to use it later on. And when you do research questions, then you can come back to research objectives, so it's easier to draft your research questions. And your research questions also depend on what method do you want to use, whether it is qualitative or quantitative method. Okay, so next, literature review. Okay, literature review, perhaps you can find you have you can find you have 4 people in a group, so you have to find 8 literature review. Eight journals, yeah, journals that related to your study. All right. So what are you going to find literature review? I will discuss later in the next meeting. As for today, thank you very much, and I hope you can come out with your problem statement, research question for next week. Thank you very much.